Hi, girls and boys, boys and girls. Mr. Dean here with you with a special Mr. Dean's Outdoor Reading Adventure about a very special person in American history. And her name is Rosa Parks. Now, this book's called Let's Read About Rosa Parks, and it's by Courtney Baker. Rosa Parks was born Rosa McCullough on February the 4th, 1913. And her mama sent her to a special school when she grew up. Now, back in this time, white people and black people didn't go to the same schools. They didn't go to the same bathrooms. They didn't drink out of the same water fountains, any of this kind of stuff. They had separate, completely separate areas that they had to go to. Well, as Rosa grew up, she thought, this isn't right. This is not right that we have to go separate from what white people do. And so then she met her husband, and she got married to a man, and his name was Parks. Last name was Parks, Raymond Parks. And they grew up. Well, one day when Rosa was at work, she got off work, and she was going home. And she was sitting in the bus. Well, the rules were that if you were sitting down, if you were a black person, and you were sitting down, and there was no other seats or anything, then you had to get up and give your seat to a white person. Well, one day she's sitting there, and a man got on the bus, a white man, and the bus driver said, "Hey, lady, you got to get up and give this man a seat." And she said, "You know what? This isn't right." She said, No, I don't think I'm going to get up. I don't think I'm going to get up today and give him a seat." And so the guy said, "Well, man, if you don't get up, I'm going to have to call the cops on you." So she said, "Well, call the cops." So they called the cops. Cops came, arrested her, took her downtown. And then so they got on the, so all the black people quit riding the bus, not only in Tuskegee, Alabama, but Birmingham, Alabama, all over Alabama, the black people quit riding the bus. And so then she got out of jail and everything, and she started working to help black people pass the test to vote. Well, white people didn't have to take a test, but black people did, and it was real, real hard. So she helped people pass the test. They didn't like that either. So anyway, Dr. Martin Luther King helped, and they started the segregation and the civil rights movement because of Rosa Parks. And so then the lawsuits and everything went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said, "You're right. Black people and white people have the same, every person in America has the same rights." So they got away from the segregation laws. Black people, white people, they only had one restroom, one drinking fountain, one place to sit in the theaters, all these kinds of things, okay? So great book. It's going to tell you a lot of stuff about it. And the title of this book is Let's Read About Rosa Parks, and it's by Courtney Baker. And this is the picture of Rosa Parks, and she lived a long time. It's going to tell you a lot of stuff in here, great stuff. So get this book. I guarantee you're going to love it. This is Mr. Dean. Thanks for joining me for another Mr. Dean's Outdoor Reading Adventures.